Okay, so now I'm going to go on and talk a little bit about more complicated curves with the pen tool. So we just kind of went over the basics. Click once, you have the straight lines. If you click, hold, and pull, you're going to get curves. Okay, now in the past I've had you press Option. I've had you click Option to get rid of one of the handles and then make another one. That's because each of these handles affects how the next line goes. So if I was to not do that, okay, let me pull one, okay, and then do it, you kind of get this S curve. So you really sometimes have to go back and edit those handles, and it can get a little confusing. You just have to practice and you'll start to understand how it works. So we're going to practice some of these and it will give you a better idea of how to use those handles. So we're just going to follow the directions here. We're going to click, hold Shift, and pull. Again, Shift is helping constrain the proportions. It's going straight up instead of everywhere. Okay, I'm going to let go. I'm going to do the same thing. Click, hold Shift, pull. Click, hold Shift, pull. Click, hold Shift, pull. Okay, so I'm in the shape mode again. You can see up here, if I wanted just the line, I should have been in the path mode, which I will probably stay in for the next one. Now this is not a closed path, so when I say closed path, I mean I never went back to this first anchor point and closed it. So if I want to start over, well, I changed up here, so that makes a difference. But if I want to start over, pretty much I just have to hold Command and click out of it. So I'll show you with this next one here. So let's start with this one. I'm going to click, hold Shift, and pull. Then I'm going to click and let go. And something you want to start to notice is how the curves work with the anchor points. Usually the curve is always closer to the front anchor point, so whichever one's first. Okay, now I need another handle here, but I didn't make handles. So what you need to do is hold Option on the keyboard, and when that little V comes up next to the pen tool, that's actually bringing you to your convert point tool. So it's just a keyboard shortcut that makes this process go a lot faster. So I'm just dragging one out while I'm holding Option on the keyboard, and I can let go. So now I'm going to click once again and pull that out. Click, hold Option, pull that out, and I can keep going. So now I'll show you, because I didn't go back and close the shape like this, it's just a path, that's all I want. If I click to start something new, it's going to go over there. So what you need to do is you need to just hold Command, and just click out of it anywhere, and now you can start with a new path. Okay, but I'm going to go to this one and I want to make a stroke, so I'm going to hold Control and let's make selection here. Okay, it's doing the same thing as last time. Usually it would have, it should let me make this stroke path. I'm not sure why it's not letting me do that. Let's go to my path for a second. Okay, well, we'll deal with that later, but it should be giving me that as a selection. Let's see if this is going to make a difference here. No. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. So I'm going to go back in my pen tool. And now let's go over this one. Okay. So I'm going to put the first anchor point in. And I'm going to drag and let go. I'm going to put the next one in, hold shift if you want to constrain proportions, drag and let go. Now what we need to do is we need to move this handle. Again, the first anchor point is where the curve is the closest to the line. So that's why we want to move this. So we're going to hold option. We need our convert point tool again, and that will just let us move this up here. You can do the same thing. Click, shift, pull, hold option, and move it. Okay, now I'm going to hold option and move it. And again, how I know it's telling you how to do this here, and when you don't have the directions, it's just going to take time to learn how the pen tool works. Okay, and that will come with practice. So we're going to hold command. Now we have our path there. Let's move on to this next one. So this is combining curves with straight lines. So I'm going to do this first one here. This is similar to the one we just did. Okay. Now to get a straight line, I need to get rid of this handle. So I'm going to hold option, click on the anchor point, and now I'm going to hold shift and click to get a straight line. Okay, I need to pull out a handle. So we did this one earlier, just hold option, pull, and now I can do my next one. Need a straight line, got to get rid of a handle. So I click that. Okay, oops, I want a straight line here, so I just click once. I'm going to hold shift and click once actually. Okay, and then option, pull, and pull that. Okay, so you may have to be getting rid of points because you know these are going to get more complicated, and as you go, it's going to get easier for you. This one we will skip for now. Again, all of your tools are here. If you can always go back and add anchor points to the line. Usually if you just hover over this, you'll see a little plus. You can subtract anchor points. If you want to get rid of any of these, you can. And when we're holding option, command, control, there are just a lot of keyboard shortcuts for these two tools, the path selection and the direct selection. So we have our regular selection tool up here, but this is what you're using when you're dealing with paths. And you can tell it's like right near each other, so you don't want to forget. Now the path selection is going to let you edit a lot. I'm sorry, it's going to help you move the whole thing kind of around as a whole. Okay? So if you wanted to actually go in and edit this path, then you need to be in the direct selection tool. And you can remember it because the path, that's the overall path you have with all the anchor points and the segments. Direct, you want to directly change something, so you can go in there, and at that point you can move some things around. Still my path, sorry. So you can see the anchor or the handle comes up. You can move that around. You can hold option, pull out more anchor points. Sorry, I'm not doing well here. So yeah, just play around with it a lot. I don't do so well with doing these because I'm so used to using the keyboard shortcuts, but yeah, so you can move around the anchor points in the direct selection, you can move around the handles, and just totally edit your path. I just find it's easier to use the keyboard commands. It works a lot faster, and when in doubt, you're usually using either option or command, and then every once in a while you use control. So they're all right next to each other in the corner. The more you use them, the more you will feel comfortable with them. So just try them out. I think that's it.